I'm just like, I sometimes forget to like. I used to withhold subscription. Hey everyone, hi. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be talking, I'm going to be talking about a bunch of things. Mostly, well, I don't know. Ted gave me the idea for this video. Ted is my husband. He gave me the idea for this video, and it's going to be a weird one. So if you're in for an odd sort of meta, let's talk about how we watch YouTube and engage with YouTube and people who create videos, that is essentially the topic, more or less. And again, it's just a strange thing to be talking about. So I'm going to fumble my way through storytime style about a couple of different things, and I really hope that you will stick around. If you're new to my channel, then hi, a special welcome to you. What an odd video to start with, but nevertheless, I'm still happy that you're here. And if you're new and you like the video, I hope you'll stick around and subscribe. But actually we're going to be talking about that. Subscribing, we're going to be talking about that. So without any further rambling on, let's go ahead and get into the meat of this video. I have been really fumbling through my words today because I don't really know how to talk about this. So I'm going to talk about this as organically and as possible. And I'm going to do it a bit storytime style. So my husband Ted almost never gives me video ideas because he doesn't watch my channel. Like he's seen a part of videos, maybe a single clip of like a dozen videos, but that's about it. And he doesn't watch BookTube, and he engages with YouTube in his own Ted way. And so, it's been kind of interesting to see him give me ideas, because often it's like truly from outer space. It's like somebody who doesn't engage and know anything about what's going on, giving advice or giving suggestions to something they have like very little context for. So it's always a funny thing. But he actually gave me this video idea, and I thought, oh yeah, okay, that sounds good. So he and I were talking about my channel and the community and all of that. And actually that leads me to the fact that I started a Patreon. I have a Patreon. I'm one of those Patreon people. I don't even know what that's called. I'm going to leave it linked down below. And the way I was talking to my husband very passionately about what I wanted my Patreon to be and what I didn't want my Patreon to be. I wanted my Patreon to not feel as if it is an exclusive club in which you get a part of me that I don't share with everyone else. I don't want it to be like, you pay this and get this much access, you pay this and you get this much control over my channel. And it really I started to dive into what mattered on my channel and what matters in YouTube and the actual thing that matters. I was talking about how it doesn't really matter if somebody financially, I don't really care if somebody is financially supporting me. I don't actually care if somebody is subscribing or liking or commenting. Of course, I absolutely appreciate those. Some of y'all have your comment personalities. Some of you, we've started our conversations in the comments, and we've broadened our conversations to emails, and it has really enriched my friendship with you all. You all are actual individual people, and that individual people actually happens when there is engagement, when we are communicating in a way, when we are communicating. But I was like, the thing that actually matters is the fact that you're here. You're watching the video. It doesn't actually matter if you're subscribed or have liked the video or have commented, because in a lot of ways, you silent watchers, we actually have a term for it now, silent watchers, I was one of you. And this is what my husband wanted me to share. The way that I engaged with YouTube before I became a part of the BookTube community about 2.5 years ago, the vast majority, and I mean 99.9% of the way that I engaged with YouTube was by just watching the videos, just watching someone's videos. And I was such a stickler about I almost never liked a video. I didn't really understand why somebody would like the video. I guess it like helped with the algorithm. That's what I thought at the time. And I was like, why would I care if the algorithm is continuing to like support this person? Like, I like this person. I'm enjoying their content. I don't really, I mean, what is this algorithm thing they're talking about? Or like, like something, or like, if you blah, 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 like if I get 1,000 likes on this video, then this will happen. I'm like, I don't really care if you do that thing. Why are you trying to coerce me into liking the video? I would feel like if you asked me to like the video, I would rebel against that creator. It doesn't mean that I didn't like the video, actually like it. Like sometimes I love the video. I thought it was awesome. I watched it all the way through. I actually didn't even understand people who abandon videos halfway through, because I almost always watched a video from start to finish. Like, that's the kind of watcher I was. I also, if somebody would be like, please subscribe, I would be like, I'm not gonna subscribe to that channel. Sometimes I would have YouTube creators saved in my search engine. Like, I would withhold my subscription as if it really mattered to the creator. I would withhold my subscription, and I would watch 10 videos. And I would look up their name. Like, I would Google their name, or I would like YouTube search their name, to like catch up on their regular content. And I would be like, I'm not subscribing because they seem too desperate about getting subscriptions or subscribers, to getting subscribers. So I'm not going to do that. I mean, I do have a little bit of a rebellious streak in me. And so I would be like, I'm not going to subscribe to them. And then, what do you know? I'm watching like 10 of their videos. I'm all of a sudden watching their back catalog. Like, I'm watching videos that they made 2 years ago. I'm like combing through and watching like their best hits. When I liked a creator or just a YouTuber in general, like I would often go back and like watch the videos that I thought I would be most interested in. Again, watching from start to finish. This whole idea of like abandoning a video halfway through was like very odd to me when they're like, watch all the way through. I'm like, what are you talking about? I always watch all the way through. And then I'm like, oh, that's a little bit rare. So not rare, but like that's not how most people engage with YouTube. They watch until they're bored and then they move on, is what I think happens. I don't actually know. How do you all engage with YouTube? Not that you have to leave me a comment, because I've talked to you all about how I didn't. I mean, I truly never left comments on people's videos. It's just not the way that I interacted with people. I mostly, if not almost always, was a silent viewer. I never liked like thumbs up a video, almost never did that. And I often, wouldn't subscribe unless I was for sure that I wanted to see a new video from them. And that's my decision. Like, that's not them telling me to subscribe. That's my decision. And I always made sure that I was in control of those things. That I'm not going to be coerced into subscribing or liking or anything like that. And then I started making my own BookTube channel video. Like, I started to make my own videos. And not that things changed, but I understood that I was diving into a very small, a smaller community. And with smaller communities, and actually with smaller YouTubers, every comment that someone gets is so exciting. Every subscriber that somebody gets is super thrilling, because there's so few. Like, there's just like, everybody starts at zero. And I started to really change the way that I interacted with YouTube. And this is not an encouragement for y'all to change. If you're a silent watcher, amen to ya. Like, I fully support silent watchers, because ultimately the past Shelley, well, I don't mean to jump around in a timeline, but when I was a silent watcher, what really mattered was me liking the content and enjoying their content. That's what it's there for. And the people that I enjoyed the most, it was just like that. It was my thing. It was like my personal, parasocial relationship with them. Like, I really enjoyed spending time with them. So what did it really matter if I was subscribed or liked or whatnot? And then as I started making my own videos, my habits changed. I understood that I was diving into a more a lively community, a community that really spoke to one another, like an actual true community where someone would make a video about a topic and then other people would jump in and chime in. And there was this liveliness to the community. And so I really, I changed the way that I interacted with BookTube. I commented on other people's videos. I actually now, every video that I watch, basically every video that I watch, I just immediately hit the like button because I'm just excited that they made a video, that they showed up on BookTube. I think Steve Donahue really changed the way that I thought about thumbs upping a video. He was like, if somebody just shows up, I mean, just be like, you know, give him a thumbs up. Like, that means like, hey, I'm so glad that you showed up and that you're here for even 10 minutes, 5 minutes for the video that you made. I'm just glad that you're here. So, you know, a quick thumbs up. And so that really changed that habit of mine. And as I was thinking about my own Patreon, and I was like, thinking about what actually mattered, I was like, I value people who want to spend time with me. Like, that's awesome. And ultimately, that's what mattered to me as a viewer. And actually, sometimes I revert back to my old habits. Sometimes I don't. I go back to my silent watching. I just enjoy the creators that I want to enjoy. I now like pretty much every video I watch. But I don't always type out comments or, type out comments. Usually it's like this because it's on my phone. I'm not the perfect viewer. But mostly I'm so glad when people are here making videos. Like, I love this community. I love all of the members that are continuing to talk about books, talk about their reading, and even if it's things that I don't read, I'm always excited when somebody else brings their passion to our community and is excited. And it's kind of cycling back to Patreon. One of the things that I had learned over the years, and I think it really hit home when I was watching a couple of different creators, but they were saying that they don't want whenever someone was like, join my Patreon so that you can get X, Y, and Z from me, I would be like, but I don't really want X, Y, and Z from you. I just want you to continue to make videos. And then I had watched a few people create, and they were like, if you want to support my Patreon, it helps me continue to be on actual just YouTube. Like, it helps support me to show up on this platform where you can watch for free or watch with ads. And I was like, that's what I want. I just want you to continue to make YouTube videos. That's it. Like, I just want to continue to spend time with you. I don't want you to go away because I really enjoy you and I have, I guess, a parasocial relationship with you. And that's when Patreon really clicked for me. And I was like, yeah, that's what I want. And actually, I know some people are like, watch the ads through, and that really helps support the channel. And I'm like, no, don't watch the ads. If you have ad blockers, keep your ad blockers up. If you skip through the ads, please continue to skip through the ads, because AdSense, as far as I know, you have to watch something like 200 videos all the way through in order to earn me $1. Which is comical. So if you actually are like, I want to financially support somebody, and you actually can, because I know some people financially cannot, like, do not have a dime to spare, and I totally understand that, and I've been in those situations in my life. And so if you can't, then just being here is enough. I guess that's what I'm saying. Just being here and spending time with me in this way, watching the videos, maybe getting something from it, enjoying what you're watching, that is 100% enough. And I wanted to make sure that even though I have a Patreon, that you all know that just you being right here with me right now in this moment is 100% enough. And I don't think that that's said enough on YouTube at all, because we're always, including myself, I'm always like, don't forget to, blah, 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 or like the video if you enjoy the vibe, or subscribe. We're always saying this stuff. And I think what is not said enough is that being here and spending time with me is perfect. That's exactly perfect. And so when I think about my Patreon, it's really supporting the fact that you want to continue to spend time with me on YouTube. And it's not the only way to express that feeling. Just showing up and spending this time with me on this video is enough. And I think that that's what I wanted to get at. And the reason why my husband was like, I think so many people are like you, Shelly, or like how I was, because I was a silent watcher for a really long time. Patreon really didn't exist for like the first 10 years I watched BookTube or watched YouTube. And only more recently have I seen a lot more creators and people making videos like having a Patreon. And what makes sense to me is not pay this and you get access to a smaller community, or pay this and you get access to a book club. Although those are all really nice things, and I'm not saying that I won't ever do that. But I ultimately just want to continue to show up here. And I think I will. You know, I love, if y'all know me, you know that I have like a deep and passionate relationship with making YouTube videos, making videos. I love this so much. It's like an intense passion for me. And that you'll have to, you know, pull me off of YouTube to get me to leave YouTube. I will be kicking and screaming the whole way through if you even try to get me to come off this platform. But I guess in a way, it's a different, Patreon is a different way to say, hey, like, I want you to continue to make videos. And that's what has constantly and always made sense to me, is that you were really just supporting my work on YouTube. Even though I really don't think of it as work, it's really just an intense passion and hobby that I indulge myself in and I really love. And that really just being here is 100% enough. So with that said, I have launched a Patreon. I think you all got that right now. And I just wanted to make a confession in a lot of ways about how I used to, and sometimes how I default to watching YouTube. I watch silently. I don't comment. I'm just like, I sometimes forget to like. I used to withhold subscription. I used to be like, you want me to subscribe? I'm not going to subscribe to you, which is just nuts to me now, because like even now, like, comments are awesome. It does add a layer of excitement, but it doesn't mean that I value anyone any differently, I guess. So if you decide to support me on Patreon, or if you don't, your value to me does not change. Just you being here is enough. So with that being said, a very heartfelt thank you so much for watching this odd video. I really, really appreciate it. And thank you so much for spending this time with me. I absolutely adore every single one of you, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye!